Here's Stato. Newcastle 1, Wolves 0. First win of the season, we've got it. Maybe not the greatest of games, but a debut goal for Big Nick.
Indeed, yeah, it was fantastic from Woltemade. He didn't get a lot of service that game, but he was in the right place at the right time. He lost his man. He gave a couple of those defenders a bit of a horrid day today. So, yeah, it's enough for 3 points. We'll take the goal. Good debut for him.
That's it. And what I like about him, how he gets above their player, he just makes himself look really, really good. And their keeper's not saving that at all. I thought that's what we've got him for, a bit of height and, as you said, right place, right time.
Well, I mean, it's not the typical Woltemade goal, to be honest. He's not done a lot of that before. Eddie Howe has said as well, referenced his technical ability. He's not your traditional target man, so I don't think anybody was expecting his first goal to be that type of goal. But I mean, he can clearly do it. We saw it, so that's fine. It's enough.
That's it. Were you a little bit concerned because Wolves started off quite bright at that? A couple of opportunities very early, as soon as the game was kicked off.
Yeah, I mean that was unfortunate. That was Kieran Trippier missed his first header, and it resulted in a couple of corners, a couple of scrappy chances. It's just one of those things that happens, right? It was off the back of one header that wasn't one. It happens in football, so we settled.
That's it. We did have other opportunities today as well. I mean, you can tell Wolves really struggling at the moment, bottom of the league. They may have had a couple of opportunities, but I think you can tell why they're down there as well.
Oh yeah, they were very, very fortunate not to concede more than one goal, and I think they were very fortunate not to have had a red card.
I think that should have been a red card. I can't believe VAR looked at it and just completely cleared it, and there was nothing wrong with it.
Well, the 37, whoever that was, I can't remember, and obviously Andre the 7, both committed several fouls after a booking, no red. You got the 8 as well. He didn't get booked for throwing the ball, slamming it into the ground, and then more fouls in the second half, and then obviously the pull on Harvey Barnes. So I would say there was 3 or 4 situations where they could have had a red if it was a different ref, a different day. They were very lucky to finish the game with 11 men. So,
yeah, I agree, absolutely, totally agree. Would you change it up against Barcelona? I think I would be looking at rotate the back 4.
Ooh, a bold move. Possibly. I mean, Trippier had a strange game today.
One of his off games give the ball away cheaply at times. He looks a little bit slower for me now.
Well, I mean, he's getting older. His positioning makes up for it, but it wasn't the speed that was an issue today. It was just a few sloppy passes, a couple of mistakes. But I think the rotation is more likely to be Anthony Gordon coming back into the fold.
He's got to come back in.
You don't buy Anthony Elanga for that price and just keep him on the bench forever. So those two are a possibility to come in. Gordon most certainly, and then the defence. Obviously, you've got Lewis Hall who could come in.
I would be tempted to bring him in as well.
Yeah, you could bring Botman in. He might be tempted to use him. I don't know if Malik Chow is an ace up his sleeve. Potentially not. I think it's more likely Botman or Hall would get the nod, or some variation of that. And then the midfield picks itself. That should be unchanged. I'd be shocked if it's not your typical 3. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Totally. Well, it is Barcelona. I know you were up for this game as well. Are we looking forward to it? And can we kick off the Champions League campaign with a win? Imagine what it'd be like if we did that.
Well, yeah, obviously new format. We're very used to the group stage. New for the fans, new for the players, new for everybody. So a win is not essential, but it's the first home game. It's the first Champions League game this season. It's a historical fixture for us personally as a club, because obviously we've been involved in this fixture with famous wins, famous matches. We need to do well. We need to represent ourselves well, because we didn't get out of the group last time despite a valiant effort and a win over PSG. So I think we need to bring atmosphere, which is not down to the players. Obviously, that's the ground, that's the fans. As always, they're fantastic, and it will be the press, it will be the passion that needs to be there, as well as obviously all the training and technical ability. So they need to bring their A game for that.
That's it. Well, thank you. Okay, Mark. Newcastle United 1, Wolves 0. First win of the season. May not be the greatest of all games today, but we've kicked off our Premier League finally with a win, and a debut for big Nick Woltemade. Great header.
Oh, it was a brilliant header, wasn't it? I think we played pretty well. I mean, His goal was great. I liked his first touch. His first touch looked good. Do you think his first touch was good? Because
I thought it was.
I think his first touch was good. The way he was holding the players off the ball and stuff. I thought it was quite a promising 60 minutes for him.
What I liked is he was looking around to see who else he could bring into play as well. That's what I did like about him. I mean, that flick he put through, just a shame Bonds was off in a 40 in an offside position. Because imagine if that goal was given and made it 2-0, that would have been a good one.
I know. I mean, Tonali hit the post as well.
Yes.
That was a very close one. And Mayfield an offside goal, so we could have had 3 or 4 really. I mean, we had a couple of our chances, and then Bruno one. Hey, I'm sure was it Bruno who was it like 2 yards out or something?
Something
He's
like
just
that,
tapped it in.
Could have been, yeah, and could have been another one. Were you a little bit worried at first when Wolves started that? As soon as the game kicked off, Wolves started quite bright actually. They had a couple of glorious opportunities, which Nick Pope had to be called into action for.
I was at the right hand side. That was they were getting down quite easy. I know Trippier started to give it a little bit slow, didn't he?
He did. Eventually, gave up a couple of cheapy balls today, I thought.
And then eventually settled down a bit, did he?
He started to a little bit.
Aye, I mean, Trippier started settling down, but Tonali in midfield, it mind the match for me.
Tonali was exceptional today as well. I thought Livramento was outstanding for me today as well. You've got to see Nick was up there as well, definitely. Murphy did well for the assist, I thought. But you know what? The main thing was get the 3 points today, wasn't it?
Aye, 3 points is most important because we haven't been really winning, have we? So,
well, we didn't have a good pre-season, did we? But this is just what we needed. It doesn't matter how well if we played that great or not, but we just needed that first win today and we got it.
I know we got it, didn't we? I mean, I'm happy that Isaac Finn's eventually put a bear again. I mean, it's been a while, but eventually, hopefully, we're kicking on now and winning. And Jarian.
Yeah, that's it. I think you can tell why Wolves are down there. They did have a couple of opportunities, but I think you can tell why they're down there, unfortunately.
Aye, Wolves. Do you think they'll go down Wolves? I mean, it's
too early at the moment, but they're not showing any convincing. I mean, they had a couple of opportunities, but just not a lot later throughout the game, I thought.
No, not a lot really. What do you make the second half? A bit quiet.
A little bit, yeah, for me as well. We had a couple of opportunities. Did you understand why we brought the likes of like Woltemade and Joelinton came off very early in the second half?
I don't know. I was keeping up for Barcelona or not?
Well, it probably was by the looks of it.
I know.
Well, yeah, it was.
Barcelona, aren't we?
I was going to ask, can we kick off the Champions League campaign against Barcelona next Thursday?
I believe we can. You know, we're going to surprise a win. I mean, if we're going to, I remember that PSG game when we won 4 and we're going to get beaten and we're rocked up now when we're showing up and surprised. You think we'll do it again? Or?
Well, hopefully we can. I mean, would you make any changes? I would be tempted to rotate the back 4 a little bit for me. I would mind seeing the likes of possibly Hall come in, possibly Botman come in for the game as well.
So was Hall on the bench today? I know he had an injury, didn't he? Or
but he didn't come on the day.
Yeah, he didn't come on.
He came in them fresh 4. Because I would be tempted to play Lewis Hall on Thursday. I'm not sure who played in the back 4 the day for us should start on Thursday.
Nah, I mean, would you start Botman or not?
Again, it's another player tempting.
And then the new one from Milan. I mean,
again, it's a hard one on that. Chow, I'm not too sure. But Botman and Paul are a possibility. I would keep Tino in as well.
I keep Tino in. I mean, Hall used to be really good, didn't he? He used to be one of the better left backs.
He's just working back towards full fitness in a way, isn't he?
Aye. So would you like to say Hall a bit more?
Well, definitely. Anyway, thank you very much. Well, Mason, Newcastle United 1, Wolves 0. First win of the season, we've got it. Maybe not the greatest of games, but a debut goal for War Big Nick. Great header.
We've done the hard way. But at the end of the day, I'm delighted with the first win of the season. And obviously, that I know we don't like to mention him, but it felt like the Isaac moment with Woltemade scoring his first goal. But luckily enough, this time it was at home. So yeah, I'm delighted for the first win of the season, and hopefully we can kick start.
I mean, it was a great ball in by Murphy, and what I like about how he just gets above their player just to get his head and just bury that.
I felt sorry for the player because it's with Woltemade's side. That's how we got into the up and try to get the ball in the net. But yeah, I'm delighted for him.
Aye, so am I. We could have had another one after that. Just a shame it was offside because the flick from Woltemade to get Bonds through. Just a shame Bonds was offside.
We could have won that final if it wasn't. I don't know how Sam Johnson saved that in the first half from Murphy. And I know Bonds had the goal there for offside, but I thought Bonds was poor today.
Looked a little bit.
I do understand a bit because his missus has just had a baby.
Wasn't it as greatest, I thought. Some of his touches, sometimes he wasn't as quick getting the ball to at times. It's going to be Gordon back in for Barcelona. I mean, were you a little bit concerned of this? Because Wolves started that game quite brightly early in the game. 2 great opportunities and Nick Pope had to be called in action.
I did a bit. But once they started to intimidate the referee, cheating, diving, going down with head injuries.
I mean, do you think they were a bit lucky not to have a player sent off? Do you think that should have been a red for the denial of a goal scoring opportunity where VAR looked at it but just cleared it and said there was nothing wrong with it?
The one down my side, what the VAR checked, Andre should have been sent off for the amount of times. They're number 7. So not just the one, 3 times.
Could have had a couple of, yeah.
Players should have been sent off.
Could have been. Yeah, there could have been. Definitely could have been, like, as well. I mean, did you understand why he took, like, Woltemade and Julian off early in the second half?
Yes, because we've got a massive game on Thursday.
Well, we do.
That's all.
Oh, it's going to be cracking, isn't it? Would you be attempt to rotate the back 4 against Barcelona? Because I think I would. I think I would be looking at bringing Lewis Hall in, possibly Botman in as well.
Yes, in a way, because it's a massive game on there. Thursday night, so hopefully we'll do it, and just hopefully.
Well, that's it, yeah, totally. Well, can we kick off our Champions League campaign with a win next week? Are we looking forward to it as well?
Hopefully. And can I just say about their manager and their assistants? You've done it again. Intimidate the referee for the whole game. Both of you got booked. Just quit it, please. You've done my head in for the whole game.
Oh, and Champions League, can we do it? Can we kick off? Can we beat Barcelona?
Well, with some of the players are missing.
Well,
I mean,
possibly.
I could have a chance. But the only player who I'm worried a little bit about is Rafinha.
Not a bad player. Lewandowski can still possibly score goals as well. So, but if we get a win, I mean, I think Gordon will be back in for Barcelona as well.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally, yeah. Well, you're just delighted. It's just the first win of the season.
Yeah, we're going to...
I mean, can you understand why Wolves are down there? Start the season woefully. Yeah. They had a couple of decent spells, but I think you can tell why they're down there.
Yeah, I think if they had Stan Larson, they could have had a goal, but they just looked lacklustre, going down all the time, cheating, diving, rolling around, especially with the head injuries. And the managers just need to wind his neck in the assistant, because both of them intimidate the referee for the whole game. Honestly, man, get a fucking grip.
Well then, so. Okay, Lawrence, Newcastle United 1, Wolves 0. We've got the first win of the season. Might not have been the greatest of performances, but it's a win. And a debut goal for Big Nick.
Yes, so good to see him get that goal on his debut. In terms of game, yes, it wasn't a classic, but just had to get the win no matter how it came. Just get some confidence before Thursday.
That's it, yeah, absolutely. I mean, what I like about it, it's a cracking cross from Murphy, and the way he just gets above their man and just heads that in really, really nicely, and Sam Johnson had no chance of saving that.
Well, yes, it's just good that when we sit back, we've got like a target man, and we've got someone with pace, so we can mix it up. But yes, did really well to win that.
That's it, yeah, absolutely. Totally. I mean, were you a little bit worried at first? Because Wolves started that game really early, quite brightly. 2 great opportunities they had, and Nick Pope had to be called into action.
Well, yes. It Wolves actually did okay. Probably better than what we've seen from them so far. I thought it was going to be more comfortable, but we're going into it after that and just got the goal.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely, totally. Did you understand why, like, Voldemort and Julian were taken off very early in the second half?
Kind of, yeah, because just with Barcelona coming up, plus Julian, he got the injury against Liverpool.
Yeah.
I was a bit anxious when he brought on Asula, because thinking, well, we'll have more encouragement to attack. We could have done with Wissa there, but at least we got them for Thursday.
That's it, absolutely, totally. Would you be tempted to rotate the back four against Barcelona? Because I would be tempted to. I wouldn't mind possibly Lewis Hall in, Botman possibly coming in for this game. I don't think our back four that played the day should start against Barcelona.
Well, we kept a clean sheet, but would be
Barcelona going to be a totally different cup of tea.
It would be a good idea to potentially rotate. Charles obviously had his Champions League experience. Of course, he played against us a couple of years ago. I think Trippier didn't have his best game.
Very sloppy on the ball at times.
Yeah, we might need just Tino and Hall for the pace. I thought Tino played all right.
Thought Tino was outstanding today.
He was.
Tonali today was outstanding as well.
Yeah, but unlucky not to score before half-time when he hit the post.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a shame about a goal disallowed. I mean, it was a cracking flick by Woltemade. Just unfortunately, Bonds was unfortunately offside.
I just didn't quite time his run right. And obviously VAR have checked it. And I think would have been more annoyed if the linesman kept his flag down, the goal originally stood, and then VAR just chalked it off. But fair enough, the linesman's got that one right.
Do you think that they should have been sent off? Do you think that was a denial of a goal scoring opportunity?
I'm not too sure on that. Again, you'd have to look back on the replay. But then again, if it was a foul, it probably was.
But again, VR checked and just cleared it, said it was fine. Nothing wrong with it. I was a little bit disappointed with that. I thought, to be honest. Well, Barcelona next Thursday. Are we looking forward to it? Can we kick off the Champions League with a win, first win?
We need to play better than we did today, but I remember Brentford game before we kicked off the Champions League against AC Milan. We didn't play our best, but we got the win, and against AC Milan we came out with a point. And I've even done research, and even before we played Barcelona last time we beat them, we actually lost against Wimbledon 3-1 at home. But you know what it is with the crowd we've got. I know our history in the Champions, and with our history in the Champions League against the bigger teams, Juventus, PSG, Barcelona, we can beat anyone at home.
There, that's it. Well, and
thank you.
Well, right, Sharky, Newcastle United 1, Wolves 0. Apologies, we've moved because the heavens started opening up. But first win of the season, maybe not being the greatest of performances. However, it's a debut goal for Big Nick. Great header.
Job done. 3 points. We desperately needed those 3 points today. Wolves bottom of the league. We were just above the dotted line. I know it's early days. It's been frustrating, but 5 points. We can kick on now. Your confidence going into the Barcelona game on Thursday. Woltemade was fantastic today on his debut. Yes. A great header. And I was saying constantly, just get the ball into the box, give him some service. He's got the height, and he put it into the back of the net. The keeper had no chance. And I felt with that confidence, Woltemade took it on, to the next level. I think, some of his touches as well were fantastic. Again, I've not watched him previously before he signed, but he had, some capabilities of what he's about, and he showed that this afternoon against a very poor Wolves side.
I mean, yeah, very poor Wolves team, but were you a little bit concerned because Wolves started the game very early, quite the brightest. 2 opportunities where Nick Pope had to be called into action.
You're concerned because it's 2 shots on target in the space of 50 seconds, and you think, where's this game going to go? Are we just here to defend and look at the Barcelona game on the Thursday, because we need these points, for the boost of confidence to move forward. And it's good that we sort of didn't let that get to where we're starting to create some chances, and we took the game to Wolves in the end. I say that bottom for a reason, because Wolves have got nothing going forward. I know Strand Larson was out with an injury, but that's not our problem. And we've got more than enough in the squad there, the quality wise, to take it to them. And I just felt like with the squad that we have, there's enough there to be getting the result.
Well, absolutely, yeah. I mean, Wolves, they're down there for a reason. They've had a rotten start to the season. They had a couple of opportunities, but again, It was very lacklustre later on throughout the game for them, I thought.
Huffing and puffing, it doesn't really get you anywhere. And with the little chances that they had, they didn't make any of them count. And it was just, one of those games today where if we're a lot more clinical in the final third, even at half time, it could have been something like 5-2. If Wolves put their chances in at the beginning and then we put our one of many chances away, then it's a different scoreline. But as I said, second half for me was probably a non-event. I feel like we're really poor, like just giving the ball away cheaply, and we're kind of fortunate that it is Wolves and it's not like a side further up the table with a bit more quality. Otherwise, it might have been a different result today. So that's a one to be wary of going to the Barcelona game, because you're going from Wolves to Barcelona, and that's no disrespect to Wolves. We're playing in the Champions League, but I'm pleased today that we managed to get the 3 points, the clean sheet, and we can look forward to what's going to be an absolute cold and a noise on Thursday night.
Do you think Wolves should have had a player sent off? Do you think that was a denial of a goal scoring opportunity?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. From where I was, I think you're going to have to look back tonight. I don't want to say it was and wasn't, because from where I was sitting, I didn't really get it sort of on the angle. I'll have to have a look at a few replays, but the referees gave the call and we're just going to have to go along with it.
Well, that's it, unfortunately. Would you be tempted to rotate the back line against Barcelona? Because I would be tempted to bring possibly Hall and possibly Botman in for the game against Barcelona.
I would agree with you. I think the defence at times today was shaky. I thought Trippier were a bit shaky at times. I feel like Wolves, if they had a bit more about them, maybe they probably beat Wayne, score a couple of goals, which they didn't, and that's again why they're rooted at the bottom of the league.
Yep.
I feel like Eddie will have to do it anyway, because the games are coming thick and fast as of now. You've got games every 2 to 3 to 4 days, and you have to just sort of get on with it.
Absolutely. Did you understand why Woltemade and Jolin were taken off quite early?
Yes, because we're playing Barcelona on Thursday and we need everybody. Obviously Wissa's got that injury and I hope has a speedy recovery. It's just a case of it's early days for Woltemade as well. He's still trying to learn how we play. He's still learning the Premier League. He's still learning the Newcastle culture. But he got that first goal today, and that's going to give him his confidence boost that he needs to go into the Barcelona game on Thursday. I just felt like today we just had to find a way to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one's going to care about how we played. The fans are going to look at the final result in the 1-0 win.
That's it. We'll be looking forward to Thursday. Champions League back at St James's Park. Can we kick off the Champions League campaign with a win? It's not going to be easy, but imagine if we did.
Anything's possible. I mean, Barcelona, you're going back to 97, 3-2 win. My dad went to that game and we were talking about it, and how Newcastle go 3-0 at Barcelona, get a couple. It was a famous win in our Champions League history, and we've got a very similar one against PSG, beating them 4-1. I mean, who would have thought? And who would have thought that we're back in the Champions League a couple of years later? You've got to cherish these nights, and you've got to just go all out against a really good Barcelona side who, with their players, can turn the game at any time. Anything's possible on the night. It just depends how Eddie sets up and how we go about it. We've got every chance, but like I say, we'll see how it all plays out.
That's it. Well then, thank you.
Thank you.
Well then, Archer, Newcastle United 1, Wolves 0. Finally got the first win of the season. Maybe not the greatest of performances, but we've got the win. But a debut goal for Big Nick, cracking header.
Yeah, it was a good result for Newcastle. Obviously, I'm glad that we got the 3 points that we needed. Obviously, with the fact that the last 3 games have been a bit of a meh, should we say, but at least we got the 3 points. And obviously, Big Nick got that header, and Johnson couldn't even save it. He's just too tall, man. He's 6'6".
You can. I mean, it's a cracking cross from Murphy, and what I like how he gets above their player just to say, well, there you are, and it's in the back of the net. I mean, it's a great goal. And what else I liked about him, his touches were canny. He was looking around to see who else he could bring into play as well. That's what I liked also about him as well.
Yeah, Nick Woltemade, he seems a good player, but he just needs to just give the kid time to fit in with the rest of his teammates, and I'm sure that maybe in the next few months he should be up and running.
Yep, absolutely. Totally. I mean, were you a little bit concerned at first because Wolves started that game quite brightly and Nick Pope had to be called in action twice very early?
Yeah, I was quite a bit concerned with Wolves. Like they are just absolutely dirty, hacking players. I'm gonna have to say they're just pure dirty.
I mean, do you think they should have had at least a player sent off? Do you think that was a denial of a goal scoring opportunity and they all looked at it but just checked and said there was nothing wrong with it?
Yeah, they just should have been denied. Like obviously with Barnes first half, their player should have got at least a red card, but obviously the referee thought just play on.
Just a bit, yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. Would you be tempted to rotate the back four against Barcelona? Because I would. I wouldn't mind seeing possibly Hall, possibly Botman coming in, because I think we will have to rotate, of course. But I don't think the back four that play for us today should start against Barcelona. Again, Barcelona will have quick pace, and at times we got a little bit outdone by pace today.
Yeah, we did got outpaced, but I think coming into Thursday night against Barcelona for Champions League, finally back, the fans are going to be absolutely rooting for the team to just literally get at them.
Yep.
And I reckon Eddie Howe will have to rotate the squad, especially at the back. For me, I think either Botman or Malik Chow needs to have a shot.
Yeah.
So I reckon possibly maybe Malik Chow, because Malik Chow's got some Champions League experience, and possibly I would drop Murphy and I would play Elanga.
Would you? Gordon, I think he'll be back in for me.
Yeah, Gordon for me will definitely be back for this game. So I reckon it'll probably Gordon, Elanga and possibly Nick Woltemade to start up with.
That's it. And can we kick off our Champions League campaign with a win? Imagine what it would be like if we did that against Barcelona.
Yeah, like from what I heard, like obviously last time we did play at Barcelona it was 3-2. But obviously Barcelona are out with 4 players. Frankie de Jong, Yamel. There's quite a few players that are out, but
And their manager and his assistants have probably got a touchline ban.
yeah, I reckon a draw.
Do you think?
Yeah, I was optimistic going in for a 3-2 win for Newcastle, but I'm actually going to stick with a 2-2 draw.
Okay then. Well, something we've not seen for such a very, very long time. Oh God, he's starting it off.
Big Nick, welcome to the Geordie Land. Oh, where the lads?
Oh, good one.